Hey SmartPak fans, welcome to this first video in the limited series for equestrian workouts that can help you with your everyday riding.
Today's workout is a total body focus. I'm going to demonstrate and explain each exercise and how it benefits you as a rider.
I'll be going through the exercises alongside Tori here, and she'll be correcting me along the way. To get the full effect, be sure to pay attention to the details on your screen. Ready to get started?
Let's do this.
All right.
So always make sure that you're doing a proper warm-up and cool down. Oftentimes I like to do a dynamic warm-up, mimicking the exercises that I will be doing throughout my workout, just to get your body primed, your heart going, and those muscles ready to work. Squats are a great lower body exercise that also works your core, and as a rider it's really important to have strong legs and a strong core. So to begin, you want to sit back, push your hips back, weight in your heels, you're going to squat down and then up. Imagine pushing the floor away from you. As you come up, squeeze your glutes at the top, core engaged the whole time, chest lifted. Turn those toes out slightly. You want your knees in line with your toes, and you're going to sit your butt back, chest lifted, and then back up, squeeze at the top. Very good.
Like that?
Perfect, yep. All right, so let's go. We're going to go through about 12 of these. So really squeeze at the top, keep that tempo a little bit slower. Perfect, good. And if you have weights at home, you can add weights. You can hold a weight right in front of you, 2 on your shoulders just like this, or even down by your side. So make sure you're not going too fast. You want to focus on that form. Get that squeeze at the top. Excellent, chest lifted, and done. Nice job. Planks are a really great exercise that you can do just about anywhere. You can add in a few options to make them a little bit more challenging, or options to modify so you have something to work up towards. So today we're going to start in a high plank. So you want to make sure that your hands are right underneath your shoulders. You're squeezing your glutes, flexing your quads, and really push that floor away. Squeeze that belly button up. Awesome. If this is too much on your arms, you can come down to those forearms, and you can just hold it right here. If this is still too much, you can come down to your knees and hold and squeeze. So we're going to start with 30 seconds. If you feel you can go longer, definitely go for it. But 30 seconds is a great starting place. Awesome, make sure you're breathing.
30 seconds.
And if you want to add a little bit more of a challenge, you can rock forward to your toes, back to the balls of your feet, or you can even lift one leg, hold and squeeze. Lower, lift that opposite leg, hold and squeeze. Awesome, suck that belly button in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Good job. Mountain climbers are also another great core exercise, and they're also going to get that heart rate going a bit. So we can go ahead and come down, start in your plank position. So you want to make sure those hands are right underneath those shoulders, that core is engaged, and what you're going to do is just march your knees right up to your chest. And as you do that, you want to pull that belly button in and up. Make sure you breathe with every switch. And so we're going to do 40 total of these. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that until you hit 40. Nice and slow, focus on that core, and those are your mountain climbers. Lunges are another great lower body exercise, working your legs, your core, and a little bit of that balance, all important factors as a rider. So what you want to do here, we're going to do 10 reverse lunges each side. So make sure you're standing up nice and tall. You're going to take that right leg, you're going to step it back. Good, and if you feel like you're a little off balance, you can stagger those feet a little bit so you can come out a little bit wider. And then you want to make sure that you come straight down and then straight up. So oftentimes when people are lunging, they want to go forward and that knee comes past that toe. That's a no-no. You want to make sure you're straight down, straight up. That knee is right over that heel. Hands by your side. Perfect. There you go. Push through that front heel. Straight down, straight up. Core engaged, eyes up. And if you have weights at home, you can put 2 down by your side to add a little bit of intensity there. You can even hold 1 right at your chest. So we're going to do 10 on one side, and then when you're done with your 10, we're going to go ahead and switch to the other. So again, straight down, straight up. Oftentimes one side is a little bit harder. That's totally normal. I'm always a little bit wobbly, yeah, when it comes to the left. If you're really having a challenge with that balance, you can put those arms out to the side, and that will help stabilize as well. Perfect. So make sure you do 10 a side. I love push-ups. They're a great total body exercise. So you're going to work your arms, your chest, your core, even those legs. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to come down, make sure that your shoulders are over those wrists again. You can start here in this high plank position, chest all the way down, and then back up. You're squeezing your glutes. If that's a little too hard, you can come right down to those knees. Yep, and so here, tuck those hips under, core engaged, lower down, all the way down, and then back up. So if it's too hard to get all the way down to the ground, you can come halfway and then back up, and then eventually you can work towards dropping that chest to the ground. So go ahead, give me a few push-ups here. Drive those hands.
Hand placement, Tori.
Drive those hands right into the ground and make sure that those hands are underneath those shoulders. So you don't want to go too wide. You don't want to go too narrow for this purpose. Good, fingertips turned in slightly, elbows angled back just a bit. You got it, just like that. And make sure you don't have too much of an arch in that low back. So you don't want to dip those hips down to the ground. You want to tuck, take out that arch, down, and then up. So your body's like a long plank. Yes, better, perfect. Crunches work the core. As a rider, it's really important to have a strong core for balance and stability. So we can go ahead and get down to the ground. So what you're going to do is right onto your back. You're going to bring your legs into a tabletop position. Hands come lightly behind your head. So just think fingertips behind your ears almost. And what you want to do is curl those shoulder blades up off the ground. Suck that belly button in, and you're going to bring opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Center, reset, and then switch. So opposite shoulder, opposite knee. Once you get that form down and you feel like you're working that core, not pulling too much on your head, you can pick up that pace just a little bit. That will bump up that intensity there. And to make it even more intense, think of keeping that knee right over your hip and not all the way into that chest. So if you keep that knee in line over that hip and you curl that shoulder up to that knee, that's going to make it a lot harder. So let me see a few, Caitlin. Perfect. Woo! Light grip behind that head. Breathe every time you lift up off the ground. Use that exhale. Curl those shoulder blades up nice and high. Excellent. Glute bridges are a great lower body exercise. Again, you're working that core. It's a key theme here. Those glutes, those hamstrings. So we're going to come down to the ground. Again, starting on that back. So you're going to bend those knees. Think of bringing those heels just about under those knees. Hands down by your side. And then you're going to just curl those hips up off the ground. So make sure you're not arching that back. You can see that I'm taking this way too much into my lower back. So you want to drive through your heels, tuck those hips up, contract that core, push down through that ground. So you're going to do 25 reps of these, digging through those heels. Imagine your energy from those knees shooting straight forward. So you're squeezing those glutes at the top. It's like a 1 second pause, squeeze, hold, and then back down. So keeping that core engaged. Let's see a few here, Caitlin. Awesome. Very good. And remember, it's a tuck of those hips up. You don't want to take too much of an arch into that lower back. Shoot those knees straight forward. If you have a weight at home, you can place it right over those hips. Increase that intensity a bit. Yep, and feet are about hip width apart here. Awesome. And to finish off this total body workout today, we have the Superman hold. So this is working a lot of your back body, some of those stabilizer muscles in the back, and it's also working that core. So what we're gonna do is come down to the ground, lay all the way down. You're gonna extend those arms straight out, legs come straight behind you, and you're gonna hold this pose for 30 seconds. We're gonna exhale, squeeze everything tight, bring those thighs, those forearms right up off the ground, reach long through those fingertips, through those toes, squeeze your butt as hard as you can. Woo! Awesome, there you go. And here, if you want to up the intensity, you can swim just like this. Pull that belly button up off the ground, stay nice and still. You can just hold static, squeeze tight, 30-second hold right here. It's harder than it looks. Great job making it all the way through your first workout. If you do any of these at your barn, tag us on social media, and be sure to check back soon for next week's Equestrian Exercises with Caitlin and I.
Have a great ride.